Hello lovelies, I am the Fragnostic, and tonight on Let's Slay we're mourning the passing of our dear Uncle Vernon in the early access horror Roma Vernon's Legacy. But now we get to go to his giant house and root through all his shit, so cheer up, eh? What are you gonna take? I'm gonna have 3 grandfather clocks, as many peasant skin rugs as I can get in the van. Then I'm gonna brutally fire the house staff, burn the fucker down and build a wimpy there instead. It's what he would have wanted.
How long has it been? It was the time before the war. It was a time of innocence. Before the cloud of death spread over Europe. At the time, I could not imagine that I would never see Uncle Vernon again. 56 years old. To die so suddenly? I am at a loss. And the house? It is not the same. The walls appear darker and cracked. The garden is neglected. Quite different now from how I knew it. Everything is different. So very different.
See? Not worth the money to fix it. Get the bulldozers in. Don't tell the house staff. That should be amusing. Robert, it would have been my great pleasure to welcome you personally. It must have been 6 years since your last visit to Dunkenhof. The war has left its mark on the house and nothing has been the same since. I am afraid I cannot welcome you in person today given the unfortunate circumstances of late. Robert, please accept my sincerest condolences for your loss. At the same time, I consider it my duty to inform you that your uncle had changed considerably in the last few months leading up to his death. He was no longer the man you once knew. The doctor determined your uncle's time of death as 4:30 AM, March 3rd, 1920. The cause of death was found to be cardiac arrest. Madeline and I hereby wish to terminate our employment with your family and shall leave the house forthwith. She will likely move to Paris to be with her sister, while I shall seek new pastures in Berlin. You will find the keys to the private rooms on the kitchen table. It's time for us to leave. Our taxi is waiting for us at a gate. Your most humble servant, Alois Strittmatter. More like Alois Shitmatter, you traitor, you ungrateful snake. Come back and be fired properly. You're taking all the joy out of my uncle's death. I was really looking forward to horsewhipping you around the estate, and you've just ruined that for everyone now, haven't you? Alright, we must locate the kitchen. Start at the end of the corridor so we don't get lost. Ooh, darkness is having a grumble. Come back, Alois. I need something to feed to the house. Nothing under this mouldy crap. And here we are, the kitchen. Instincts, lovelies. Can't buy those. My dear Robert, believe me, I would have been delighted to see you again and embrace you in my arms. You must have become a real man by now. It has been a very long time indeed. And please forgive me, I have taken away the keys. What was Alois thinking to give you the keys to the house after all he has witnessed? You cannot stay here. Please listen to me. You must leave at once. This house is not what it used to be. Back then it was very different. My dear Robert, please listen to me. For the love of God, do not linger here. Sincerely yours, Madeleine Dupont. You thief, Madeleine! I told Uncle Vernon to hang you from the gate. I told him 139 times. It's all I said for a whole day once. Haha, but you didn't take them all, did you, Madeleine? You forgot to hide... Hang on. A simple key? Ugh. Well, it's a start. What else have you forgotten to take, Madeline? What treasures has your impulsive gutlessness left for Robert, heir of Uncle Vernon? Not a fucking sausage. They've had the lots. All the good plates, all the cutlery, the diamond cheese grater. All they've left is bloody notes. Dear Marie, I am so happy to hear that you were hired at the main post office in Paris. Hundreds must have applied for the position with Monsieur Moreau. I am overjoyed. Write to me soon how you like your new workplace and whether you have already found a room. If you are still looking for an abode, perhaps you can check with Monsieur Bonnet. He is a friend of Master Vernon. He lives in the Rue de Somerard and will certainly be able to help you. I received a letter from our parents yesterday. They're already looking for helping hands for the almond crop. I'd be happy to spend a few days there right now. Regrettably, I am very busy at the moment. Robert is arriving tomorrow. You know, the nephew of our employer. He always spends part of the summer holidays at Donkenhof. Knowing him, he'll probably turn the whole house upside down. Last year, he even set Master Vernon's laboratory on fire, nearly reducing the house to ashes. His uncle seems thrilled that the boy dabbles in science. But where is the science in that? The whole laboratory was in flames. And Master Vernon lets him off without even a slap on the wrist, just like that. My dear Marie, I end for today and send you lots of hugs. Write me soon and tell me what is happening in Paris. Your loving sister, Madeline. P.S. Alois forgot to bring stamps from Metz. I even wrote him a special reminder. Sometimes I think he forgets to buy things for me on purpose, yet he never seems to forget his pipe tobacco. Hence this letter will reach you with some delay. You dare to criticise my scientific genius, you servile wretch. I summoned the very fires of Prometheus with nothing more than sheer will and 18 gallons of petrol. I will be immortalised in black hymn. You're the fire starter, twisted fire starter, the jester will snarl in the monochrome train tunnels. Who let him down there? Will his death result in a delay at King's Cross? It's not for you to question. They've taken the fuse as well. Literally anything they could stuff in their dirty little pockets or in the donkey cart or up their arse or up the donkey's arse. Uncle Vernon showed you nothing but kindness and the occasional right hook to the stomach, and this is how you repay him. And I who requested the swift death of hanging for you, rather than having you bound and rolled into a pit of panicked incest giants as you deserved. Look at this filth. Not even the decency to stack away your box bed or empty your toilet bucket / bathing water. But you have forgotten a valuable tool, it would seem. Yes, quite the boon indeed. Uncle Vernon's magic screwdriver. Legend has it, with enough opium in one system, it can unscrew time. Help, help, I snapped my key in the lock and my husband is too much of a feeble girly man to assist me. He weeps when we make love. Step aside, ma'am. Alpha male is here. I will use my powerful phallic tool to skillfully penetrate your feminine problems. Oh, thank you, alpha male. Could you take your shirt off while I cook you a steak? Ha 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 ha! Certainly. Dear Carl, I'm writing to you today because I could use a handyman around the house. As you know, I work at the manor of Master Vernon. The house is simply too large for me to do all the work myself, and some things are best left to an expert. We have a boiler in the basement, a modern device used for water heating and steam generation. I suspect it is leaking on the bottom. I need you to have a look at it. You know, Master Vernon is not stingy when it comes to payment. Maybe we can meet in Metz next Friday and discuss the details. I have some shopping to do in town anyhow, mostly for our cook Madeline. She keeps writing me these long shopping lists. I believe she does not even need half the things on the list, yet she makes a fuss every time I forget to bring something. Best regards, Alois. Well, I'm not being funny, right? But if you got a list, And you still manage to forget shit that's on that list. You're taking the piss, aren't you? I honestly don't know what else could help you there. Apart from maybe some sort of shock collar. God, another essay. Dear Carl, you did the right thing by moving to the capital to be with your family. I do not know which is worse, the war or Master Vernon's behaviour. There is a lot of fighting happening in our vicinity, and he is always digging in the old vaults for potsherds or God knows what. There are far graver issues to worry about, if you ask me. I do not know if our lives are safe here. What if the front line expands and the house is overrun? I do not even know why I am writing you. I will not be able to go into town and mail this letter anytime soon. Best regards, Aloe. P.S. My dog Harris has been missing for 3 days. This is not the first time he's wandered off, but he's never been away this long. I just hope that nothing bad has befallen him. Your dog's been eaten by Germans, ha 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 ha. Oh no. Where's your stupid code, you smelly, stupid old carcass? Too dark, must get the lights on. Come on, don't be a pussy. What are you afraid of? The ancestral evil that swallowed your uncle's soul? Pfft, I thought kids got over that nonsense when they were like 3 or whatever. What a bitch. Better not go to sleep in case I piss the bed and ruin me teddy bear and my little pink panties. Better go and sit down in case I have a fainting spell or give birth or something. I don't care. Think I care about forcing this thing open? I've got all night at me. Cleared a space for this on my calendar, specifically because I saw this box in the promotional materials, and I thought to myself, the code's gonna be hidden away under some random crate in the pitch black, so dumpy drawers and bugger juice to you, chum. It's quicker to do this. I'm fine. I got a cup of tea in one hand, doing this with the other. Who's going to break first? I'm already well over a quarter of the way through all your possible combinations. Won't be me. And now the fuse is mine. Ha ha ha, I think it's a fuse. Yes, an intact fuse no less. Locked away from the thieving hands of the house slaves. Buenos dias, fuckface. Let's see what's knocking about upstairs. Oh goods, more notes. Dear Carl, you mentioned in your last letter that the Ziegler family would be happy to hire my services. I would like to think on this offer. It's not easy for me to leave the employ of Master Vernon, given that I have worked at this house for over 20 years. Nevertheless, it is time to go. Master Vernon is obsessed with his investigations to the point of delusion. He either stays in the vaults or locks himself in the library all day. 4 days ago, he even relieved me of my duties in the cellar. Not that I'm anxious to have any further business down there. You would have to see him to believe it, Carl. He seems to have aged several years in just the last few days. All that grey hair, those sunken cheeks, almost overnight. If he keeps this up, I would not give him too many years. Carl, can you please arrange that job interview with the Zieglers for me? Best regards, Aloe. Go then, you rats! Cherish your time with the Zieglers. Shame you didn't ask me first, or you'd know they're an inbred cannibal clan, and they'll sacrifice you to their swine god the first chance they get. Not to be confused with Mark Ziegler, of course, who was a wonderful goalkeeper for Stuttgart and Tyrrell Innsbruck, among others. Nearly set a new European record for minutes unbeaten in front of goal. He didn't do badly at Borussia Dortmund either, as I recall. Quality. Strange. I've never seen a rat in the old vaults before, but today I discovered a whole rat cemetery. Dozens of them were scattered over an area of a few square meters. It is not at all clear how the animals died and why they are only found in this part of the vault. The rats appeared intact outwardly. Could there be lethal gases down here? Perhaps carbon dioxide? I have to be more careful in my explorations. Sometimes rats just stop working. They're running around and one day they just forget that they're rats and think they're shoes or something. It's true. Also, whales have wheels for moving across land, but they've forgotten how to use them. The exploration of the Western Vault has progressed slowly in recent weeks. It is cold and damp down here. Today I finally have some success to report. I managed to break through one of the walls and discovered a cavity behind it. It appears to be another tunnel system of enormous proportions. It is a mystery to me for what purpose it was built. Unfortunately, I have not yet succeeded in deciphering the parchments, though I suspect that they will tell me something about these underground structures. November 24th, 1914. Today I ventured further into the newly discovered vault. It is partially flooded with water. Often it is difficult to gauge how deep the water is. Most of the puddles are only a few centimeters deep, as some of them seem to be bottomless. I have to watch my step very carefully. I shall have to pump out the water next summer. To be fair to this game, on the store page it did say it was a lot like Amnesia, and it's not lying. It's taken a long old time for anything to happen, and I'm just tearing around reading long correspondences. I don't mind, I quite like a plot. I'm just thinking of you lot. Might edit in some compilations of explosions or bears going after campers to liven it up a bit. I told you to shut these bloody windows. That's how tall thieves and Draculas get in. It's a crowbar. Get all the copper wire out the walls before we go. Today I received Professor Bonnet's rejection to my invitation. It was hardly unexpected, as Germany and France have been at war for 18 days now. Who would have guessed that the events of Sarajevo would escalate like this? A shame, really. I'm certain he would have had more to say about the parchment scrolls. October 12th, 1914. Europe is engulfed in conflict. Blitzkrieg is what the newspapers call it. They say it should all be over by Christmas. Somehow I find that hard to believe. I'm also worried about Madeleine. She was born in Marseille, but has lived in Germany since her childhood. She was planning to visit her family in France in the fall, which is now completely out of the question due to the current circumstances. After finishing her work in the kitchen, she locks herself in her room and does not appear again until breakfast the next morning. She is clearly very upset. I cannot even let her go shopping to Metz anymore. If the police stop her for questioning, she will be arrested on the spot for having a French passport. Well, she's run for her life now, hasn't she? So it's all worked out for the best. Everybody has their motivation. All it took to shake Madeleine out of her solitary confinement was to tunnel deep under the manor until the very act of it disturbed the purest of antiquated evils from its subterranean prison. Textbook, really. I've used it a number of times in supervisory roles to help my subordinates with their lateness. Just follow them home and start digging their garden up. Robert left 2 days ago. It is already more quiet in the house and Madeleine can breathe freely again. The boy has kept my cook constantly on her toes. The good lady worries too much about him. If he is gone for 5 minutes, she immediately suspects the worst. However, she is right on one point. I have to brick up the entrance to the tunnel in the garden. The tunnel leads to the old vaults under the house and has an irresistible allure to a lad of his age. If he gets down there, God knows what might happen. August 2nd, 1914. The newspapers are calling for general mobilization. Germany declared war on Russia yesterday. No one would have thought it possible just a month ago. I hope that the conflict will be resolved soon. You are right to fear me, Madeleine. I who command the very fire of the stars. I who quench boredom on your panic, sate restlessness with the birth of infernos. I who toss your pillows asunder. I who read your endless prattling diaries. I spent almost the entire day in the old corridors yesterday and discovered some interesting parchments whose age I am not knowledgeable enough to estimate. I shall have to contact Professor Bonnet at the Panthéon-Sorbonne University in Paris. He is considered an authority on early Christian and medieval archaeology. The professor has expressed an interest in the vaults beneath our house a few times and could surely say more about the finds. I shall write him tomorrow and invite him to Dunkenhof. I left the vaults in the evening through the entrance from the garden. I met Horace, Alois's dog, halfway there. The dog ventured very deep into the dark corridors. Could this be where he buries the bones he gets from Madeline in the kitchen? One more reason to brick up the entrance to the garden. Your dog is a terror beast now, Alois. Forget him, lest your thoughts lure him to the scent of your wounded soul. What have we here? A safe? Unlocked? No, not today. But what does it matter against Le Fragnostic, safecracker extraordinaire? Behold, the tools of a criminal mastermind. Riches are a mere moment away. Fuck this safe, and fuck all safes. And something unfortunate appears to have happened to the inventory system. Oh dear. Can't put it back. Well, guess I'm walking around with a levitating crowbar now. What do you say to that, Crosy?
Hey, why not? Anything's better than being stuck up your ass! Ha 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 ha!
Oh, Crosy, you and that smart mouth of yours are going to get us in a lot of crazy adventures.
We found a key! Hey, watch out everybody, he's gonna stick it up his ass!
Shut up, Crosy!
I just don't understand it. He's got pockets, goddammit! Why is he sticking the key up his ass?
Crosy, would you like to read the note?
No!
Fine. Dear Marie, Master Vernon is not in the best of spirits. He has changed so much in recent months. Now that the war is over, life is slowly getting back to normal everywhere. However, the war has left a permanent dark cloud over Dunkenhof Manor, which is getting thicker with each passing day. Master Vernon has not eaten with us in the kitchen for several weeks. I only see him rarely, usually when he is on his way to the vaults beneath the house. Master Vernon has always treated Alois and me with kindness, and we endured the war together. It has created a bond between us like no other. But now he is reclusive and keeps a distance. His appearance has changed beyond recognition, as though he had aged very rapidly even though he is only 56. I wish I could help him, Marie, but I do not even know what ails him. It is the house, the vaults in the basement that made him like this. Warm hugs, Madeline. Mysteries are afoot, Crosy, as sure as the setting sun. What could so dramatically age a man in mere days?
Forcibly inserting hundreds of keys and work tools into his rectal passage should do the trick.
Crosy, what the fuck is your problem? Finally, a bathroom. What? You not coming, Crosy?
Why? So you can cram me up your asshole? No thanks, degenerate.
That's it, I'm reloading. Open wide, wall. Fraggers knows you harbour loot. A key. For the safe? Oh no, my German sucks. Iron key. Definitely not for one of the room doors, I think. So yeah, probably the safe. Ich bin ein Klug. Ja?
Oh, ein Tannenbaum.
Yes, ein Tannenbaum. Oh, what the fuck is this, god damn it? Balls to this, I'm bruiting it. But not to worry. As with all monotonous tasks we come across, I shall entertain you with a song. I'm going to start taking requests, by the way. Leave your song choice in the comment section, and next time I'm doing something dull, I'll sing it for you. But for now, sit back, relax, close your eyes, and revel in the tunes of yesteryear. Alright, ready? Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. The weekend comes, my cycle hums, ready to race to you. These days are out, happy and free. Oh, happy days. These days are out, share them with me. Oh, baby. These happy days are yours and mine. These happy days are yours and mine. Happy days. Well, this is awkward. Thought we'd have got it by now. Not to worry, I know all the tunes. Ba 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 na 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 na. Teletubbies, Teletubbies, say open your horrendous metal fuck box.